Hello, welcome back to my channel, students. This session is specially for the students who are appearing for the NEET 2021 and even 22 also. So I started with cell unit of life in my previous session. So I completed the introduction part and also up to cell theory and prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell differences. So in this session, I'll be discussing the structure of prokaryotic cell in detail, and in that we'll be starting with structure of mainly the bacterial cell. Bacteria were first observed by Anton von Leeuwenhoek. Remember the discovery of the cell? We discussed Anton von Leeuwenhoek was the first one to observe living cells. So he first observed the bacteria and he called them as animalcules. Because of their movement, he called them as animalcules. He did not know whether they are plant cells or animal cells. So because of the movement, he called them as animalcules. And later the term bacteria was given by Ehrenberg. Ehrenberg coined the term bacteria. Now this structure of bacterial cell will be discussing in different subtopics, different aspects. So first I am listing down what are all different aspects which we will discuss in the prokaryotic cell. So children, you have to follow these videos regularly and you have to watch completely. Otherwise, you will not be able to follow the structure because everything I cannot complete in one video. It will be too lengthy video. If it is too lengthy video, say of 1.5 hour duration, you will not be able to watch at all. You will not feel like watching it. First of all, you cannot sit for such a long time and then complete it. So, I am splitting this structure of bacterial cell in different videos. It may come to about 5 to 6 videos. So taking different subtopics, I am starting with the structure of bacterial cell. So the subtopics which we will consider is first the shapes of bacterial cell. Second coming the structure of bacterial cell. The structure of bacterial cell also we have to split into different videos. We cannot do the entire structure in one class, one video, because complete structure of bacterial cell will take more than 1 hour to discuss. So you cannot watch a video for more than 1 hour. Classroom is different. Direct class face-to-face teaching is always different. You will be feel like listening even for 1 hour or even more. But for watching the video, you will not have much concentration. That's what I feel. So that's why structure also I am splitting in at least 3 to 4 different videos. So you have to follow these regularly so that you will be able to follow it. You will be able to understand. Next comes the nutrition. We'll discuss about nutrition in bacterial cell and then the reproduction. And then lastly, economic importance. What are the uses or any harmful effects of the bacteria? So in these different headings, we'll be discussing about bacterial cell. Now next I gave a general diagram of a bacterial cell. So this diagram you will find in any textbook, not in NCERT, it is not there, but you can go through any textbook, or this you can take a screenshot and then understand, or draw it by yourself. More than screenshot, I always suggest my student to look into it and then draw. You can pause it when you are watching a video, you can pause it and then you can draw the diagram and learn. Briefly, I'll give you what are all the parts which are present in the bacterial cell. This is a general structure. So first thing, a cell wall is present. This is a cell wall. Inside the cell wall, we find a cell membrane. From the cell membrane, some projections, hair-like structures come out. These are called fimbriae. And from the same cell membrane, further a long structure comes out, thread-like structure, that is called as a flagellum. And outside the cell wall, if you find a slimy layer or mucilage layer is present, this is called as a slime layer or capsule. And inside the membrane, it is completely filled with cytoplasm. And inside the cytoplasm, we find many other structures, like most important is the genetic material, that is DNA, which is in the form of circular DNA. And then additional circular DNA is found in some cells which are called as plasmids. And polyribosomes are present which are involved in protein synthesis. These are group of ribosomes which are called polyribosomes. And mesosomes are also present which are invaginations of plasma membrane. So besides this, there are many other structures also which I have not shown here. So this is a brief structure. Briefly I have given the diagram. All these parts of the bacterial cell we are going to discuss one by one. We are going to discuss in detail. Now for this session we will start first with the shapes of bacterial cells. So let us see what is the shape of bacterial cells. We will start with the shapes. So bacterial cells actually are very simple in structure. They may show a simple structure. Bacterial cells may show a simple structure, but these are complex in behavior. This is a very important sentence, complex in behavior. This you may get, this is a direct statement from the textbook. You may get this in any exam, whether to identify it's a correct or incorrect statement. So they show a simple structure. Structure is simple, but they are very complex in behavior. Complex behavior we find in different aspects which we will be doing it later. Like one of it is shapes. They may find in nutrition also, reproduction. These are all complex features which we find in bacterial cell. Now coming to, we will start with different shapes of bacterial cell. So I'll list down one by one. First type is called as a coccus. Coccus means spherical bacteria. Spherical bacteria are called as coccus bacteria. And these coccus bacteria can be again of different types. In plural they are called as cocci. In plural they are called as cocci, and these are of different types. First type is called as monococcus. First type is called as monococcus. Mono means one. So only one spherical bacterium if it is present, then it is called as a monococcus. Monococcus. Second is called as a diplococcus. 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 Diplo means two. So a group of two spherical bacteria if they are present. A group of two spherical bacteria if they are present, then we call it as a, what do we call it as? A diplococcus. The next, third one is called as a tetracoccus. Third type we can call it as a tetracoccus. Tetra means group of four. So when four are present together, we call it as a tetracoccus. And then we have streptococcus. Streptococcus. Strepto means a chain of bacterial cells. If these spherical bacteria are present in a chain, that is one beside the other, a chain, then we call it as a streptococcus. The next we have is staphylococcus. Staphylococcus. Staphylococcus is when the group of these cells are arranged as just irregular cluster. If they are arranged as irregular clusters, then we call it as a staphylococcus. So this is how, no particular arrangement. So just as irregular cluster if they are arranged, then we call it as a staphylococcus. And then after staphylococcus, the next type of coccus, it called as Sarcina. Sarcina. Sarcina is a group of 8 spherical bacteria arranged in a cube-like manner. So what is Sarcina? It is a group of 8 spherical bacteria, and these 8 spherical bacteria are arranged in a cubical manner. Say for example, we show 4 like this. So other one will be from behind. So this is how the cubicle. So what you have to remember? 8 spherical bacteria arranged in a cubical manner. Then we call it as a Sarcina. So these are the different types of coccus. Now the second type are called as Bacillus. Bacillus means rod-shaped bacteria. Bacillus is rod-shaped bacteria. So these rod-shaped bacteria also occur in different ways. So first one is called as a monobacillus. So what is monobacillus? When the rod-shaped bacterium is present only one single, when it is present singly or only one is present, say in this way, if only one is present, then we call it as a monobacillus. Then second type, it is called as a diplobacillus. Diplo means 2. So if these 2 of the rod-shaped bacteria are present, one beside the other, if the 2 rod-shaped bacteria are present, then we call it as a diplobacillus. And the third type of arrangement which we find called as streptobacillus. That is called as a third type. Strepto means, like we have seen in coccus, a chain-like. So here a chain-like rod-shaped bacteria that is arranged one beside the other, forming chain. So a chain-like rod-shaped bacteria that is called as a streptobacillus. So these are the rod-shaped bacteria. Then the next type of bacteria are called as third type, that is Spirillum. Spirillum is spiral-shaped bacteria. When they are arranged in a spiral manner means they form a spiral thread-like. This is how they may be arranged, spiral manner. Then we call it as a Spirillum. Like for example, we find example for this is Spirillum volutens. This is one example of spiral bacterium. Then fourth type of shape is Vibrio. Vibrio means comma shaped. Like in punctuation mark we have comma. So comma shaped bacterium, that is called as a Vibrio. So this type of shape, it looks like comma shaped bacterium. So this is found in the comma shaped bacterium. Example which is well known to all of you, it is Vibrio cholerae bacterium. Cholera causing bacterium, that is a comma shaped bacterium. The next, after comma shaped bacterium, we have another type called as a thread-like bacterium. So this thread-like bacterium will be just simply, we can say it is long thread-like. This is how they may show, long thread-like bacteria. The example of thread-like bacterium, I'll give you an example of thread-like. Example is Beggiatova. And lastly, we can say sixth type, lastly we say Pleomorphic bacteria. Pleomorphic bacteria are those which change their shape according to the conditions, surroundings. Change the shape according to conditions or any situations or any metabolic conditions or environmental conditions. It can be anything. So they change their shape according to the conditions, external conditions. So conditions means here we can say they can be external conditions or even internal also. External or they can be internal also, both. They can change their shapes according to both external and internal conditions. Example of this bacterium, example of pleomorphic bacterium is Acetobacter. Acetobacter. Pleomorphic bacterium is Acetobacter. So these are the different shapes of the bacterial cell. So here I conclude, children, this video about the shapes of the bacterial cells. So in my next video, I will start with the structure of bacterial cells. So shapes already we completed. So next we will start with the structure of bacterial cells. I hope you have understood it. So keep watching it and then learn it by yourself and write it and draw the diagrams. Wherever required, you draw the diagrams. So thank you very much, children.